in the last month or two, I read a book called The Courage to be Disliked, and it went quite viral on TikTok, so you may have heard of it. But it opened me up to this sort of new school of thinking. That's called Adlerian psychology, made by this Austrian psychologist called Adler, and it's a very interesting topic, and so I wanted to bring it to the YouTube channel, and maybe because I believe that it can actually help a lot of you guys. Not It's not going to be a direct solution to an issue, but it's a mindset change that will help you, be more encouraged to go and make the right changes. You'll feel less stuck in making these changes, right? So I want to start by opening with a question. And it's a question that is basically at the root of this sort of school of thinking. What if the things that you struggle with aren't because of your past, but because they actually serve a purpose? Now, this question is literally deep rooted in the idea of teleology, which is, again, one of the main principles of Adlerian psychology. Now, a lot of big words, right? Psychology is just the science of how we think. And so what teleology is actually suggests that we act based upon goals we have, whether or not they are conscious. So these could be unconscious or conscious goals. And consciousness and living consciously is something I spoke about in my previous video, so do go back and watch that if you're interested. And it's about, well, teleology is just literally about that we act in accordance with goals, whether unconscious or conscious, not just because of previous causes, okay? And so that this brings up the idea that we feel we have shortcomings, right? So you may feel I'm as a person, I'm shy, or I'm lazy, or I'm just not dedicated enough, or I can never stay consistent. But when we think with teleology, we can think, okay, why are we these things? There's a goal that they are serving. So you're shy. You're being shy can be seen as a strategy, right? A strategy to avoid making change to becoming a more social person, if that's what you think you wish to become. Being shy gives you a reason for why you don't even have to start. And say, even if you did start, gives you a reason to, bounce back on, it's not my fault I couldn't become more social. I'm just a shy person. It gives you that safety net. It gives you both that reason to not start if you're not comfortable starting yet, and that safety net to fall back on even if you don't succeed when you do start. So these shortcomings are just strategies. They're just protective behaviors. They're just there for you to fall back on when you're not ready to make drastic change. But this isn't just a bad thing. I'm just making you aware of this, right? Now, if you don't agree, fine. I think this is a very interesting way of thinking, and I can see the merit in it. But if you're not interested, just click off the video. This is just a discussion, okay? But the idea of that these being strategies is actually quite positive, right? Because it means that you've assigned value to this behavior before. You've given these behaviors a purpose, and they have acted in accordance with this purpose. Now, whenever you gave them this purpose, most likely unconsciously as well, you chose to give it that purpose. And I know you're thinking, why would I choose to be shy? Why would I choose to be anxious? Why would I choose to be in a depressive state? It literally goes back to that idea of protecting you from the reality that you might not currently be good enough to improve, right? But the idea that you have given it value however long ago is good, because it means we can just give it a new value. I'm not going to say that it's the difference between you just thinking differently, right? I'm not saying you today go, okay, I don't want to give me being shy the value of not being able to improve and not being able to go up to more people. I want to change the value I give it, and today it will now mean it's a fuel to make me want to go and approach more people. It's something that I want to change the value of, and it's done like that. It's probably going to take you a while to go through the process of changing the value, but we can do it. And that is what I'm getting at. Is this something you're not locked into who you've been? You in this current moment can decide who you want to become and make those conscious living decisions that I previously spoke about in the last video to make progress towards who you want to be, right? Just by assigning a new value to previous behavior. I asked you a question at the start of the video, and I hope you did reflect on it, because I'm going to ask you another one that I want to leave you with, right? I want to first just start off by saying you're not broken at all. You've just simply been aiming at the wrong goal. Maybe the goal of staying in comfort, staying protected from the reality of maybe you're not quite being good enough at this very moment to achieve a goal, and therefore having it shattered in your face. And that's okay, because you probably unconsciously chose that goal. So just go and consciously choose a new goal to act in accordance with, right? But the question I have for you is, what would you change if you stopped today, right here, right now, using your past to justify staying stuck with where you are? Put it in the comments, maybe start a discussion. And if this content is the type of content you enjoy watching, I have a Skool community. Go join it. The link will be in the description. I'm going to work on building out a nice, good course on probably something to do with mindset. But in the meantime, while I do develop that, I'll be making posts in there to keep you all engaged, to maybe help you open up your mind to new schools of thinking, new ways of thinking, encourage you to make the improvements. And if you do need more direct, actionable steps to take, there's the option to book a coaching call with me in there too. So if that's what you're interested in, go look at the Skool community, link in the description. And yeah, I will repeat the question to you just in case you didn't get it. What would you change if you stopped using your past circumstances, your past in general, to justify staying stuck? Think on it, maybe journal on it, meditate on it. Up to you. But that's it for this video, and I'll see you in another one. Peace out.